Welcome and thank you for joining me today. We are back on the SMB server. Let me put all of this back on. And yeah. So I've sorted out a few things from some of the projects that have been done so far. I'm still running the 720 test. I've made a few changes around here. First thing I'm sure you notice, this, which I'll show you in just a second. And then if we step out here, did that grow and pop off, or because I had collected all of the sugar cane that was over there. In either case, the entire thing is completely full. So both of them are off. I don't have any need to turn them back on. And now, if we head down here, I've made all of this look much, much nicer. Something I've been meaning to do for quite some time. Including down here. So the entrance is nice and neatly done. And if you look up there, where it's the thing that the drop in the water elevator that goes up also. And then, oh yes, signs. I've kind of redone them. Accidentally washed away one, but it dropped two, so I planted two. A little bit more decoration. If we head down here, this is where it really becomes a cave. I've added a few signs in. I actually left these in for the moment because left spooky darkness. Yeah, I saw that. So yeah, I totally wanted to keep that up for the moment. But those signs aren't needed, and in fact that torch isn't needed. This barrel no longer needed. So yes, well, there is spooky darkness everywhere. We're in the right kind of biome that it doesn't matter. And I actually took out some lighting so that the important bits are lit up and the unimportant bits are nice and dark, which is also why it's so brightly lit at the bottom. And let's see. Ah, yes, I finished this. I decided to bring this out, wrap that across the top, and this makes the most sense. This is a shared wall, so it kind of had to be the same on both sides. Do we have any more eggs? Don't see any. Do we have any more mushrooms? Yeah, no more than the last time I checked. Need to get the farms going so that I can start breeding them up properly. Definitely an interesting appearance, like heading out of here and it's nice and dark this way. What else? Oh, yes. So I've updated the maps. Yep, so we've got the two farms on there now. And the map will be needing another update. And then if we head over here, Yergi needed to borrow some saddles. So, well, I say borrow. I just throw them out to despawn. Yes, I let saddles despawn. I have a double chest full and can get a bajillion of them. So, obviously, I don't need them. That and the leather boots just get tossed to despawn. And so, for the gift, she brought over a couple of sheep. I had actually already swiped a couple, but yeah, the more sheep the better because I have a lot of sheep breeding to do. So, those guys will definitely be getting taken downstairs, and yeah, I need to kind of get a wheat farm in order to get going on that. But what we're going to be working on today is none of the farms. It's actually storage for farms. And, oh, I don't remember if I showed this on camera or not. So we're gonna, I didn't bring extra signs. Huh. Yeah, okay. We're gonna just pop over here. And there's a couple of them in there. But they're making their way in, as well as I've already got this. So I realized I needed more storage right now, because this is passively going, and it actually filled up the double chest. Those only run when I tell them to run or manually harvest, so I don't need to worry about that right now. And I need to stay kind of in range for that to grow. At least at some point. I'm actually planning to work on this next. And despite the size and outline that I've done for this, and yeah, like I said, I don't have enough signs, so I need to run up and get some. But basically, I'm going to resize the building, probably bring it over this way a bit, because it can kind of come up this way a bit. Doesn't need to be as big of an inside area. Because I'm just going to have a wall of the chests for stocking things up. In fact, I've got another idea for something that I'm going to do. Dolphin in there. I would name the dolphin, but yeah, there's a tendency that doesn't end up working out long term. I think the dolphin can actually jump out, land on land, and suffocate. So I'm very deliberately going to be doing a lot of running back and forth between here and there. Cut most of it off camera. It's already turning night again. That's going to happen quite a bit. But as I need to resize this and such, I figure let's go ahead and get that taken care of real quick. And also redo the chest positions and all that stuff. Think for the most part, the front section of this will be just fine as this. So what I need to do is figure out kind of the back section. I'm not worried so much about losing or about losing what was on the signs because I've got that written down. That's nothing. 19. I actually only need 18 chests. So, okay, it's turning night and I could work at night. Let's see. Need to bring this back out a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this where I want to put that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and just put the row just right along here. All the way down to that, I believe. Let me double check my count. 2, 5, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3 more ones. So that is 5, 9, 11, 13, 18, and I had 19 chests. So yes, that works out. This is the row of chests that will, well, the row of storage that will have everything. You've actually got a plan for this. And then a little bit of finagling. So the back of it might go a little bit further back. But, yeah, there's definitely no even spacing about this. Question is, how exactly, because I've got room off to the side, and I could easily still push this back because I've got a little bit of this extra room. No room to expand for any future farms, but also, honestly, where would I put future farms? Because we've got pretty much all of this space is taken up. Okay, there's a little room for tiny farm there, tiny farm there. And yeah, maybe I could finagle something over here. So, I guess leave room for expansion? Yeah, that's fair. I can just expand the building physically later. But this means I can go back as far as here. Like this. So if we cut this across, yeah, basically this is the back side of the building, this is the front side, and this is gives me room to expand for 3 more items. And, not expand and have this as kind of open to the lake, kind of also. I don't know. What I do know is that with all of this room back here, I basically need to figure out what the furthest back I can put these to give myself the most room up front. And I'm going to work on that off camera and be back in the daylight when I have a little bit of the storage silos built up to kind of demonstrate what I'm planning. So I definitely didn't craft enough chests to get very far, but you can kind of start to get the idea. This is going to be the storage system, and it's going to go a pretty good ways up into the sky. Basically, everything is going to be transported via various water pipes into a standard sorting system, and it's going to be done in such a way that each farm comes in at its point, but the items can flow through the entire system to an overflow or a wrong item chest all the way at the end. I won't be able to show you that one until this is done, and unfortunately I won't be able to show you the 100% complete product because I'm moving in, well, from the time this episode is released, a day. So I've got very little time that I can actually spend before the move working on this, but I can kind of get to where I can show you what it's going to be all about. And that's kind of what this is. And I will be able to get the basic structure up. I can at least get that far. In fact, I had just enough to be able to build up to do that. But first, this is the idea. Everything filters into these chests, which all of these front row chests are accessible, and the hoppers below them. But of course, the hoppers below them point into what is going to be, oh, this is full? Let's pick that up and, if I can aim properly, put a new one down. And that's kind of the idea I've got going on with this entire base row here. This is what we can basically use to fill things up and take it up to the storage, and we can just pop this one off, put another one down, let it fill up basically all the way along, run the items up there to empty out, come back down, swap them out, because these two should be in, yeah, totally within range of each other. I'm looking up there to see if I can see anything, but I made sure that any sort of chest is outside of render distance, so it might actually be possible to see the top of the storage system from the cloud. I don't know. In other news, the next step is going to be tearing out this cobblestone and putting in the wall material going around. Oop, almost jumped into the water. Not that that would necessarily be bad, but it's not something I was wanting to do. And yeah, basically this zigzag is going to keep going up. We'll have the standard sorter at the top, and from there, which actually the standard sorter, I might push the standard sorter to this side. I'm not sure. The current design puts it off the back, but I'm leaning towards pushing it off the front. But yeah, next step will be get the walls up, the floors up, the ceilings up. So let me go get the materials for that, and we'll be right back. It might make sense to put a gate over at this side as well, because currently this gate comes out square into, I believe this is going to be the concrete powder strip log converter. Yep. And this one comes straight out into the, oh, this must be the sugar cane. Yeah, because I made the bamboo longer. Although, no, the shorter made the sugar cane the longer one. Anyway, just need to dig up this cobblestone. There is absolutely nothing that can be washed away in this area, which is good, because I'm going to build this in the smart sort of way. We're going to place the powder and then run water over it to convert it. This does become tricky with the ceiling because that needs to be pre-converted, but I have a plan for that as well, sort of. But also, unlike my test world, I am planning a little bit of variety with the textures. So if I do some of this, I don't know how this is going to end up looking. You know what? We'll do this. I can always cut out a doorway later, obviously. Because I don't know exactly for sure where I want the doorway. I'm probably not going to have any farm expansions for this in the future, but just in case I do, need to be at least a little mindful of things. That one, yep. That. And then we go around this way. And that's already the first stack done. Yeah, I'm just going to push this out, this one extra block here. So that puts this as this. Obviously, this is an unused section. I mean, I'm really never going to use this, but I'll see it, so I guess I'll have to change the floor here as well. Huh. I didn't really fully consider that. But at the same time, it's not a big deal. I probably didn't grab enough. In typical fashion, I probably didn't grab near enough. Well, spruce slabs for the floor. You can kind of see what I'm building this whole thing out of. Okay, another end. So we need that, this, and then this could just connect right up. Okay, so we've got this so far. How tall am I going to make this? I didn't grab any of the glass that I was needing. Because yes, glass is going to go here to block this. I'm thinking that this is actually the point in which the roof comes into play. Which means that this is a little off. I know exactly what I can do to fix this. Double concrete, well, single concrete powder, and then boom, boom. If I make this the roof level, there we go. Oops, I keep doing that. I need to tear this one out as well. Making it an even height. I mean, it's going to be a 3-high interior, but basically the exterior, this part here that I'm working with, is that's going to be even height. Okay, so that pushes all of that out by 1, which comfortably and snugly fits this in. And let's see, I just need to do the water thing. Okay, there we go. The entire top portion has been converted. Although I do, of course, still need to convert a little bit more. Let's see. Hit the F button there. Hit the F button again. Yeah, this isn't completely working. Let's just stop the flow. There we go. That could have been a disaster if I accidentally placed that where I had a water bucket. Okay, so this. Yeah, I need to be placing it here. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, that works. This is just a makeshift one for the moment until I get the proper one done. And let's just do another stack. There we go. I think that was it. Oh, right. I need to fix inventory positions. Yeah, that looks like the right amount. And now we have a roof to put on this place, which is all right. We'll put the door here for now. Makes some sense. And we can put a matching door on this side. Yeah, these doors I think make the most sense. This is just going to be a plain flat wall. A plain flat wall. I'm pretty sure if I think about it, I just misspoke a little bit there. Switched letters around or something. Now then, going to put in the guaranteed border, and in fact there'll be one thicker on this side for the guaranteed border. And then we have to figure out the sea lantern positions. And if you're wondering about the top being exposed sea lanterns, I'm going to cover it with carpet. It's not going to be the best. It's not a perfect solution, but it's a feasible solution. Okay, so got this, and I need to figure out how I'm doing the lighting. It's even width, which means that's an idea. If I do that, could have swore I saw something over there. Doesn't look like I did. Or, well, doesn't look like I saw anything important, I should say. So, if I do lighting like that, where would the lighting fit? That. So if I double up on this, okay, it's a gap of 3, gap of 2, gap of 3. So that's not going to work. I mean, it can, but it won't. It will, but it won't. And then we go ahead and grab sea lanterns. This is definitely not what I had originally designed, but I was like, you know what? I've got kind of the space in here for it. So that'll illuminate that. Yeah, I like that. 2 away from any given edge. 3 over here, but this, again, is going to have glass as kind of a barrier. That's also where I'm going to be labeling the chests, because I don't want any... Actually, that's a good thing to test. Okay, sign wouldn't get in the way anyway. But, and with that consideration in play anyway, I want to be sure that basically I can get to any of these chests without having to kind of aim weirdly, so it's just going to be labeled across above it. So that's visible. You see, I kind of want something like that visible on the inside as well. But I'm not... It wouldn't exactly work out on the outside, though, is the issue. Oh... this is a very plain wall as well, so... Maybe do something with this wall. I'm not sure. But that would kind of show on the inside as well, which again, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to rip out the floor, replace it with the spruce slabs. Well, this is nice. The floor's in. All of this is done. It looks like the storage is complete from in here. We've got everything from chorus flour, chorus fruit, seeds, wheat, carrot, potato, beetroot, honey bottle, honeycomb, cocoa bean, netherwort, cactus, kelp, melon, pumpkin, sugarcane, bamboo, and sweet berries all coming in. By the way, I will be automating this. I don't think I put it in book yet, but it is planned to get some foxes and automate this. So we've got this. The outside for the sides doesn't look terrible. Still looks kind of plain. Looks extremely plain from this side. And then, of course, if we were to look at the top, which I took the scaffolding down, so we'll just put it back. We climb up here. You can see all of these little spots where the sea lanterns are underneath, covered with carpet. And basically, this will just continue to tower further into the sky and in the open. So basically, yeah, from in here, there they are. In here, you can see the sky. So, but you have to look at the right angle. In fact, yeah, if you're right up against it, you can still see the sky. So, for the most part, you can't. But if you know what to look for, you can. And obviously, I made it so that you can't see grass back there. You actually see wood. Let's see. So, these are going to tower up pretty high. And then I can feed everything in. But again, I don't have time to work on any of that before the move. So what I'm going to do instead is ask for some feedback on two things. On what you think of this recording, as I am recording this in 720p at 60 frames a second, differently than I did last week. But also, what kind of design ideas do you have to kind of take care of these walls? Should I just get rid of that and leave? That would probably look even worse. Make it a plain concrete box. Should I use a different block other than these? What should I do to kind of make it look at least a little bit better? Because it looks fairly flat. But I do want you to keep in mind on that. Guess I have to run over here, go through this. I really need to put fence gates over at this end. I do want you to keep in mind the interior, because this being flat, not an issue. These corners are a little weird, but they're okay, I guess. And as far as the doors go, I haven't quite fully thought those out yet. I'll work on that also in the future. Might just do regular doors, fence gates, I'm not sure, but I'll do something. In the meantime, thank y'all so much for watching, and until next time, God bless.